Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video, I have a ton of great emulation news for you. We're talking about Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 2, DSi, WonderSwan, and Super Nintendo. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about PlayStation 2 emulation on Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and iOS with Play. There's a brand new version of Play that just released, version 0.55. Now this isn't a huge update, but it's a good update nonetheless. We've got some compatibility fixes. Soul Eater Battle Resonance, Super Monkey Ball, Battle Construction Arena now go in game. And Ark the Lad games improved their status. Now if you are using Play on Android, this version isn't on the Google Play Store just yet, but it should arrive pretty shortly. In the meantime, you can pick up the APK directly from the Play website, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. And if you're on pretty much any other OS, you can pick up the file directly from the Play website. And one of the huge benefits about Play is that it doesn't require a BIOS file in order to run. If you don't have a BIOS file, Play might be your best option. Next up here, we're talking about Super Nintendo, and this could be with emulation and could be without. It's entirely up to you. But brand new cheats for Super Punch-Out were discovered, and there is a two-player mode. To me, this is absolutely insane. Super Punch-Out came out around 28 years ago, give or take, and we're just discovering new cheats. And the fact that it's got a two-player mode is kind of mind-blowing. Not a standard two-player mode, but a possibly more fun one. So if we take a look here at the title, if you hold Y and R and then press A or Start, you can select individual fights, just a one-on-one fight with anyone in the roster. And once you've unlocked the single match mode, or free match mode as they call it, the fun doesn't stop. On the character info screen, you can hold B and Y and then press A or Start, and the CPU opponent can be controlled from the Player 2 controller. But it is worth pointing out that every single cheat here has to be entered from the Player 2 controller. And absolutely no surprise here, these cheats also work on emulators, including the Mr. Nintendo Switch Online. I think if Super Punch-Out was marketed as having these modes, it would have sold a lot more copies. I think they're the best modes of the game. But moving on here, and we'll go up one generation to the N64 and talk about M64P. M64P has been incredibly active. It's the most active N64 emulator out there right now. The brand new release for M64P, which just came out, has a few fixes for NFL Quarterback Club 1999, 2000, and 2001, as well as the Powerpuff Girls. Next up here, we're talking about WonderSwan emulation with Stoic Goose. Stoic Goose also got a brand new release. You can now pick up version 002. It's got some performance improvements and some bug fixes. And if you are checking it out, you'll want to check out the Stoic Goose WinForms version, not the GL Window version. That's the debug version. It's also worth pointing out that Stoic Goose is still very early on in development, so if you're looking for something possibly a little bit more fleshed out, you can check out Ares. They do have a WonderSwan emulator built in. Next up here, we're talking about the DSi and console modding with Twilight Menu Plus Plus. Twilight Menu Plus Plus just came out with a brand new version. Version 25.2.0 TWL Summer Release number 7 just dropped. And we've got some improvements and some bug fixes. In my opinion, this update is heavily surrounding Game Boy Advance stuff, and there's also a known bug. The GBA splash for macro mode plays at half speed, so that might get fixed for the next update. And last up, but definitely not least, we're talking about Nintendo Switch emulation on Android with Skyline. If you've got a Snapdragon processor, you might like this update. There's brand new turnip drivers available, version 11. They've just been released. And to pick them up, head to the Skyline Discord, click on the general chat. From here, click on the pinned messages at the top, and then from here, you'll be able to find those new drivers. With those version 11 drivers, Devil May Cry 3 is running at a really nice 60 frames a second, and I would argue this is a pretty big one. Super Mario Odyssey is rendering a heck of a lot better. And although this is from an older build, I've been asked a bunch about Metroid Dread, and well, it's coming along. I've also been asked a ton about Mali. It's no secret that Skyline works a heck of a lot better on Snapdragon processors. In fact, most emulators do. But Mali development is coming along. It's not the best, but it is coming along. They haven't forgot about it, it's just very difficult to get good. And here someone's got Deltarune up and running on a Mali device. There are a ton of graphical glitches, but they are saying it's quite playable. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. Let me know your thoughts about anything we talked about today in the comments below, and we did talk about quite a bit. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.